scale, weight loss, and wellness. I'm your host, Coach Monica. I'm joined today by Coach Darcy, and we are here to guide you through the ins and outs of a lifestyle that's transformed not just our lives, but the lives of countless women navigating the waves of perimenopause and menopause. Whether you're here to shed weight, understand your body better, or simply find a community that gets it, you're in the right place. So sit back and enjoy the next few minutes as we tackle the hot issues of today. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are ya?
I'm doing well.
That's good.
Doing well.
You're looking well. You're back in your office this week, not in the basement.
Yes, I turned on and off my internet. I don't know if that worked. Now I'm just dealing with the sound of me sounding like a robot in here, but I don't think anybody else thinks I sound like a robot.
No, I can't hear you.
Okay.
I mean, I hear you.
I just have to get over it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I clearly got into the Amazon deals of the week and was very careful on what I purchased because I heard that they just jack the prices up and then
I know.
drop it, and so
yeah, and I didn't fall for it this year. I mean, I got some things on Prime Day, but I did not fall for the Amazon Prime.
No,
I'm not doing that anymore.
This was in the works, and I know that there were some things I was keeping my eyes on, and they were actually like a decent deal. So
yeah, we got a Ring camera for the first time. So now we see everybody that's coming to our door. I can see them before they even come up here and decide if I want to talk to them or not.
Nice. Yeah. So, funny story. Just before we got on here, and I didn't tell you yet, but I was testing my ketones, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this. So I was testing my ketones because, I do the Ageless Keto program that we have, and so I'm just getting to where I need to switch into working my low carbs, and then be in the ketosis stage.
Right.
Well, I was testing myself to see how far I had to go.
You didn't hurt yourself, did you?
No, but when you prick your finger and you I usually squeeze some blood out to then wipe it away to then squeeze more out. I know that there's a reason for that. I can't ever find where I read it why you would just squeeze them out, wipe it away, and then test with the stuff that's deeper into your body. I squeezed it and it just squirted it all over me.
Oh no!
Disgusting. But now I've got
you're bloody.
I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
Yeah. It can be a bloody mess. Yeah. Did you get your ketones?
No, I'm not in ketosis, but I will be.
Yeah. Wow.
So
be careful. In other words, be careful when you take your own blood and you do your own surgery.
When your blood is thin, it's interesting when you can tell if your glucose is high or if your ketones are low, and all these things based on your blood. So just when you do it often.
It's funny that you're talking about your blood, because I just got my lab results back from because I get HRT. And I'm a month, I pushed it a month back, which before I die, we're going to have a choice on our healthcare choices. And my husband and I both will be able to do what we need to do without going bankrupt. So I had to push my pellet back a month because it's very expensive to treat my husband's hormones. And it's very expensive to treat mine. And so we have to figure it out financially, how we're both going to get treated. So basically I am like on the scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 0 when it comes to my hormones and my niceness, and everything is a 0. So I just got my lab reports back, and it's a hot mess. But some of it is self-intentionalized because I didn't take my thyroid medication, and so I put it in Grok, and they basically, she says, "Why the heck are you not taking your medications? You're a hot mess." So I have to go to my hormone doctor on Monday
Yeah.
and say, "I'm not sure why I stopped taking the medications, but here I am and I'm a mess."
Yeah, that's a good reminder for everybody. Your thyroid needs iodine, your thyroid needs selenium, and if you're not taking them, you're gonna be a hot mess.
Well, I'm not taking my armor, that's why I'm a hot mess.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness.
So
Yeah.
so 2 hot messes doing a Facebook Live today is gonna
You
be
know,
great.
yeah.
Be great.
Yeah. Yeah, we manage every single time, and usually when I'm flustered, it's because my internet. So it's not
Yeah.
my internet now, so we're gonna
No.
be fine. Everything's
No.
gonna be great.
Everything's great.
Conversation.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, topic of today, it's fair season,
Mm.
and so we thought we'd talk about how is elephant ears carnivore?
Is that what we're talking about?
No, but
Like an elephant ear, like a legit one would be
yeah.
carnivore.
I don't know if you eat those though, but yeah.
I probably wouldn't. I think you'd get put in jail for that. It's called
Yeah.
poaching.
Yeah. I think that's probably not a good idea, but can you get through fair season without cheating? And the answer is yes, you can. How
Yes.
bad do you want it?
Yes.
Is it possible to go to the fair and enjoy yourself at the fair and stay on track? And the answer, of course, coming from these two coaches is yes. You don't have to go off track. And what happens if you do go off track and you have an elephant ear? What happens? So, well, we're going to talk about it today. Do
But
you? Mhm,
first of
yeah.
all, before we move on, I just want to say, hey, all, even though we have no idea what this live is going to be about per se and what's going to come out of our mouths, would you
Mhm.
please share? Because I got to share on my page. That's what remind
Oh,
me. Share
yeah.
and follow and like
Yeah.
and do all that stuff for supporting. That would be great.
Absolutely.
If you know somebody that would like, hey, I know somebody that's going to the fair and they were actually wondering what they need to do.
Mhm.
So yeah, just share out this video and that would be very helpful
Yeah.
for future videos that get shared out. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that's all I
So,
had to say.
coach, do you have to cheat when you go to the fair?
No,
No,
and we
you
don't.
don't.
And you know what? It reminds me of now. I don't go to fairs.
Mhm.
The closest thing to a fair that I've been is like the Blueberry Festival.
Oh, yeah.
So all those
Oh,
festivals you have to
remember that
select.
last year?
Yeah. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that for next this
Yeah.
year.
That was so much
I think
fun.
that's our plan.
Yeah.
But we put our scanny eyes out and there were so many options. Now,
Oh, yeah.
the question is, well, coaches, were they I mean, I'm sure that meat had sugar on it.
Mhm.
That's where you were like, what would your response to that be?
Well, you have to back it up just a little bit further,
Okay.
than the seasonings, because the seasonings are excuses for people. That's just an
Mhm.
excuse to
Mhm.
go off plan and say, "See, we couldn't be perfect, so we might as well have an elephant ear." You have to go into that fair, that festival with an attitude of, "That stuff is not even an option for me." Because if you are not programmed and preset to be so a part of your health style that you could have the possibility of cheating, I guarantee you the minute that first wave of elephant ear comes across your nose, you're going to cheat.
Mhm.
We are programmed that way. We're programmed to
Yeah.
take the path of least resistance. So if you have not declared to yourself that cheating is not an option, I am so stinking serious about getting my health back that I'm going to do what it takes, then you might as well just have the elephant ear and
Right.
enjoy it and get it over with, right?
Well,
Because
'cause
you're going to cheat.
when you enter into a fair, what's the first thing that when you step out of your car door, the first thing you are doing is smelling that elephant
Mhm.
ear, all of those fried foods, all of
Yeah.
those cotton candies, and all the things out
Mhm.
there that they bring to the table. Now,
Yeah.
you
It's
can I
made
think
that way.
just like your scanny eyes, I think also you can, be able to separate the smells of these sweet things versus the things that you are probably more likely gonna be able to have,
Mhm.
which would be like we got that giant turkey leg last year.
Yeah.
They also at that booth, they had, what else? They had, like, pork chops or something like that, and then a
Mhm.
chicken breast, I don't know, but that was, like, the carnivore heaven there.
Mhm.
And then you can go to any most of these other booths as well and put your scanny eyes on, saying,
Mhm.
okay, well, I see that they have like this pulled pork. I wonder if they can give me this pulled pork without adding this barbecue sauce on it.
Mhm.
In that breath, in that same sentence, that's when you then have to think, okay, can I ask? Yes, you can ask. You can ask these people, hey, are
Mhm.
you willing to put all these things in a bowl instead of in this taco shell? Or
Right.
you just ask. And if they deny you service, then you're gonna go find somewhere else to go
Oh,
purchase.
there's
And
plenty. Yeah, there's
so many
plenty of
places.
options there. But again, you have to decide cheating's not an option.
Yeah.
So when you decide cheating's not an option, then you're like, "Okay, I smell this. It smells wonderful." I always wondered, did the carbs sink in with the smell alone? But once you
Yeah.
go into the doorways or into the gates and you said cheating's not an option, then you do have what Darcy calls the scanny eyes. Automatically those get, and we compare them to Mr. Potato Head or Mrs. Potato Head. We put off, the ones that allow those things that are killing us, and we put on these things that, okay, what can I have here? What are the options for me? When you put those eyes on, it's a whole different experience. You are looking at different things. You can't even see the elephant ears. You can't even see. Number one, my word, $8 for an elephant ear this year at our
Wow.
fair. What
Wow.
the heck?
What
$8. Do you
what
remember
did
when
they
they were
used to be?
$3?
Yeah?
$3.
Wow.
Crazy. So number one, that should deter you because the pricing isn't outrageous, but number two, you see things different. When you're walking down those aisles, you begin to not even see the elephant ears and the sugar and all of those things. You can smell them, but you
Mhm.
have a different attitude and you're looking for those barbecue. You're looking for the meat salads, those things, and they are there.
Mhm.
They are there, booth after booth. And like Darcy said, all you have to do is ask. Can
Yeah.
you do this without the sauce? Can you put a whole plate of meat together for me and put some cheese on it? There has been nobody that has said no to me. Nobody. And it's not even that outrageous
Right.
cost wise.
Right.
But you have to decide, okay, that's not an option for me. So, one of the things that I had this year, I walked down, number one, my normal coffee spot, the Espresso's place, and they make me my sugar free, iced coffee. So I had that like normal, and then I went for lunch this year, and I had a meat salad with amazing melted cheese on it. And it had some peppers in there, it had some onions in there, but they put it in a bowl, probably more than the normal meal would get,
Right.
right? With all of the fried potatoes and all of those things. Without all of that, it was so delicious. It was like a meat salad with melted cheese. Now, that melted cheese probably had crap in it. Probably did, you know? Um, but I'm not gonna go off the rails for something that I know is not perfect.
Mhm.
You you and I, did we each get a turkey leg
Yeah,
that
we
one year?
did.
That was fun. It was just
Yeah.
really fun.
And it was a lot of food.
It was a lot
It
of
was
food.
a lot
Yeah.
of food.
Yeah. And
But
that was
yeah.
on the same aisle as those blueberry donuts were.
Mhm.
We just
Yep.
walked by the blueberry donuts, but we have it in our mind that we are so sick and tired of living in a sick body. It wasn't an option for us.
Right. So if you are going, like, we're kind of seasoned. I mean, we are
Mhm,
seasoned.
mhm,
And when I remember the first year, and I had that determination. Again, if you don't have that determination and
mhm.
focus, then yeah, you're gonna easily be swayed. But
Yeah,
for me, I was not easily swayed because I wanted this. I
right.
wanted to finally lose this weight. I wanted to have this healthy lifestyle. And in the moment, it was all about weight loss. I didn't
Yeah,
have this
right.
mindset of metabolic health. Like that didn't care. I didn't care
Mhm,
about that. I do now.
mhm,
But before, like what I did was I dissected what these things were made of.
mhm,
And that kind of helped the situation for me to kind of, okay, if I just had a donut and it didn't have any of the sugar on it, what would this donut even taste like? Would it
mhm,
even be worth the calories? So I would talk to myself about these and I would dissect the food that I was eating and seeing how it was made. And yeah, some of you will come at me with, "Oh, but it tastes really good. You can't go without the sugar and all that stuff. These things are like life. You only live once." I didn't care. Like I
Mhm.
didn't want that anymore. But if you're first starting, do what somebody in the comments just meant Gary just mentioned, don't go to the fair hungry. Like if you are
Yeah.
going to um have a lifestyle change and you are just starting and you are saying I could not say no to an elephant ear, then don't go to the fair hungry. That
Mhm.
is a very good point and a good tip. And then if you feel like it, then get yourself one of those special drinks. I think that they have at the fair that can be sugar free, like a non flavored, not a non flavored, a non sweet tea or something like
Mhm.
that. Keep your hands full at all times.
Yeah.
Maybe be in charge of the kids, if anything, saying, "Hey, I'll keep an eye on the kids and watch them and hold their things so that I am not focused on eating or going up and down these aisles of."
Mhm.
And that's the other thing, like, you don't have to go down those aisles if you
Right.
can avoid them, because it seems like most of those are all in the same area,
Right.
if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not all fairs are created equal, but um, that's a big thing for me when I first started is just, I had to come up with that mindset of I don't want to be in this body anymore. I want to change my body. And so if that
Mhm.
means I'm going through a season or forever to go around having those and I almost said pig ears. They're not figures because 'cause you're dogging it. The
Oh,
elephant ears or even the funnel cakes or even, like, all the fried food,
yeah.
I had to come up with that, like, and say
Yeah.
not I don't like to use the willpower word because you're not just born with willpower to
Mhm.
say no, but you have to have your why.
You do. And I honestly believe that we can do better when it comes to willpower.
Mhm.
Willpower is, it really is fickle. But I think a lot of times we rely on our excuses of we've always got an elephant ear, here. We've always done this. It is overpowering. Where is our willpower? When we really want something, we want something. And that's the problem of these shots these days is it's taking all of those things away. And you literally don't have to say no anymore.
Yeah.
And so I think, sometimes it is just stop it.
Mhm.
For me, it just stop it. Monica, that's an excuse. We're such a wimpy group of people these days where we can't just say no.
Yeah.
And sometimes, it is hard, especially on the front side of your weight loss journey when you're not necessarily seeing the results yet. We have a season when we work with our clients where we've got to walk every step of the way with them. When they get it to be about, and then I've got about 4 clients that are knocking at this 186 store right now. When we can get our clients past Wonderland, and there's about 6 pounds where they just hold there. They
Mhm.
just hold there for a long time, and they're like, "Monica, are we gonna ever lose any more weight?" And, getting them across Wonderland is so exciting yet difficult to get them through there. When I can get them to about the 192 to 175 mark, that's the fun stage of weight loss because
Yeah.
you're skipping dress sizes, you're skipping shirt sizes. You're like, people are noticing, you're starting to feel sexy, you're starting to feel like, hey, this is working. But right above that, when we're in the 90s and the like 195 mark, it forever goes slow. And so sometimes it's easier, when we get into fair season, we're in that 180s mark. Okay, it's easier to say no during that because you are
Yeah.
feeling the movement. But then we talked about this last night in weight loss support. When you become average again, it gets hard again because
Yeah.
then you're like, well, I'm just average now. I lost the weight. So that one bite just won't, the one bite won't hurt anymore. So there's stages of when it is harder at the fairs.
Yeah.
When you can rely on the excuse of, oh, I lost the weight. I know how to say no now. Well, that one bite's 30-pound sugar binge, right?
Yes.
So when our clients understand the holistic and the scientific reason of why we're saying no and why those things are killing us, it's a lot easier. But it's
Mhm.
hard. It's hard when you're in a stalled weight loss season. fair's knocking at the door, those elephant ears are smelling really great, and that scale's not moving anyway, it is hard to say no at the fair. But when
Yeah.
you understand why, it becomes easier.
Yeah.
Becomes easier. And you don't have to cheat.
No.
You
And you
don't
know
have
what?
to cheat.
Honestly, it'd be cheaper if you brought your own snacks
Mhm.
to the fair.
Yeah.
Why do we go to the fair to begin with? Like, well, there's usually the animals.
Uh-huh.
There's the shopping,
Uh-huh.
the handcrafting things. So, you can really focus in on those areas of the
Uh-huh.
fair, but also bring your own.
Right.
I was thinking, like, what would you replace an elephant ear with? And I think I would honestly bring my pork rinds with the cinnamon sugar,
Oh, yeah.
mixture, like,
Yeah.
more of a churro. That would kind of it would give you that sense of that sweetness and then
Yeah.
also that crunch, but it's not gonna be hot like it, but it's fine. Like, you're
Right.
bringing your own stuff, and you're saving yourself a lot of money
Yeah.
because it's expensive.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't see how people with families do it.
No. I mean, even at the ball field, like, people were spending, I don't know, $40 plus to get the just snacks at the ball
Yeah.
field because, it was dinner time, and that's what they all chose to do is to
Yeah.
spend, and they didn't just have 1 or 2 kids, they
Yeah.
had 6, and
Yeah.
so it was more and more and more,
Uh-huh.
and it wasn't even great quality food,
Mhm.
so, just bringing your own choices, eating choices, your own snacks, your own
Mhm.
options, maybe if you're gonna budget in, like, see if there's a special drink like you did with the coffee, like,
Mhm.
bring a bring your scanny eyes, find those spots that can provide sugar-free coffee for you or,
Mhm.
sweet tea or whatever it is, um,
Mhm.
and then also, just budgeting, like, okay, I'm gonna budget this money right here, and this is what I'm
Mhm.
gonna bring. I'm gonna have my own things, and then we're gonna just stay around over in the animals area or even
Mhm.
in the shopping area, and I'm gonna be able to spend my money over in the shopping and support those local
Yeah.
artists
Yeah.
that bring their
Totally.
things. But aside from that, I agree. It just comes down to you've got to really want this. You've
Uh-huh.
got to really understand that cheating is not an option, even at a fair, even on vacation.
Mhm.
Um, Anywhere you go that has these types of food choices that you just always, like you were talking about, oh, it's tradition for us to go and, have that elephant ear and share it and, make a new tradition
Mhm.
at the fair.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, what's really hard, for a lot of people is when you're in the animal section and you get to the dairy barn with the ice
Mhm.
cream. That was kinda difficult for me this year because it was so hot. It was
Yeah.
so hot, and those are only $2 for a big cup of it, you know? So that was
Yeah.
and of course it's dairy. It must be good for you,
Mhm.
right? Not to mention the sugar in there,
Right.
but
Right.
yeah.
I was recently put up, in a situation. It wasn't with the dairy, but
Mhm.
the library was providing, shaved ice,
Uh-huh.
and, here's the pretty cool thing. Now, not all shaved ice places do this, but I know
Uh-huh.
Kona Ice is a very popular, um, shaved ice company.
Mhm.
And one year I decided, well, if anything, it's so hot. If anything, I'm just going to have a cup of shaved ice.
Uh-huh.
But I went up there and said, you don't by chance happen to have sugar free syrup, do you? And they're like, oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And it's dye free. So
Ha!
not only was it dye free, but it was also
Right.
sugar free. So I was
Right.
able to participate, but I wouldn't have ever known that
Yeah.
had I not asked.
Yeah.
And I was willing to
Right.
go and have just shaved ice, but
Yeah.
I was willing to ask.
Right.
So I was able to participate on this free Kona Ice,
Yeah.
shaved ice day with my boys at the library.
Yeah.
You can just again that I'm gonna repeat that. Just it's don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. And yeah, like what my mother-in-law just said, bottom line, think ahead.
Think ahead.
Think
And that
ahead
is
of
so
things.
simple, and yet that's the number one common problem we have with clients. And it was born into us, and we were talking in group last night. It's probably a man thing as well because they were created to protect and to take care of, but being a woman, I understand that I'm supposed to be superwoman. I'm supposed to make sure everybody else is happy. That's
Mhm.
my job. I'm supposed to make sure that everybody's happy and that everybody's taken care of. And the last person to be taken care of is myself. And that is the most selfish thing because we end up losing you because, of diabetes, obesity. We end up losing the mom because she put herself last. And yeah, think ahead. If you took 5 seconds to think about yourself and how you're going to take care of yourself that day, you wouldn't be cheating because you'd be
Right.
prepped.
Right.
I keep an RX sugar bar in my purse at all times because I don't know when somebody's going to have a donut in front of me and I feel sad and I feel the urge to cheat. I don't know when that is. When I know I've got chocolate in my purse that I can have and that is good for me. It's going to lower my blood sugar, right?
Right.
So um, so I want to encourage everybody, put yourself first. Think ahead. Take 5 seconds and think about yourself first. You're not going to have the struggles at the fair because
Right.
cheating's not going to be an option for you.
Right. Well, it's like the airplanes tell you to put your air mask on first. There's a
Mhm.
reason for that.
Mhm.
So then you can help other people.
Right.
So if you continue to say, well, it's still selfish. Well, it's
Yeah.
not selfish.
Uh-uh.
That's so you can help other people. You've got to fill your own
Fill your
glass,
own cup.
your own lungs before you can go and save other
That's
people.
right. Yeah.
But
Hey, we've got some good news
yeah,
this week. We have converted our program financially for people. Um, it's been a really good decision that we made. I have gotten so many thank yous from people saying, "You know what? I can finally afford your program." And we have enrolled new people into the program that have been waiting. They've just been waiting. They've been watching KM Health Coaching. They've been watching us. But they've been frustrated because they couldn't afford because there was such a big upfront cost. And so we have figured out how to make that affordable for people who have just been wrestling with their weight, wrestling with their medications, their lifestyle. Where we are now a subscription based program. Um, you pay a simple curriculum fee and then you move to a subscription based program. So after 3 months, you can cancel it at any time, but we've made monthly payments that people can afford. So we're excited about that. Um, do you have anything to say about the new program, Darth?
no, I think it's definitely a good entry. It's that was the biggest, I think, that not complaint, but the I guess it would be a complaint
Mhm.
in any subscription based program, or non subscription based program. I mean, like
Mhm.
it's really hard. Like I loved what you did. You put your your feet in other people's shoes in situations like, you know what? If I were coming into my program,
Yeah.
I would be complaining about this too.
I couldn't afford my
I couldn't
program.
afford it. So having it in this way, it's the same coaching, it's the same quality.
Mhm.
It's actually we're giving a lot more because we're putting people in the group program, which is a
Right.
little, I mean, that's gold by itself. Um, but is a good opportunity to
Uh-huh.
just like you could even budget it in if you are like tight
Yeah.
on your money, and you can put aside, whatever program you are in. Like maybe
Yeah.
what is our lowest price on the one? Is it like,
The Essentials program, you
yeah, what
come
is
in
that?
at 150 a month.
Yeah,
You
if
meet
you
with a
put aside,
coach.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you meet with a
Yep.
coach once a month. We put an entire month plan together for you so we don't leave you hanging.
Right.
And actually, if you're smart, you can convert that over to the accelerated program because if you come to group, you've got 2 coaches right
Yeah,
there every
right there.
Monday, right? So you
Yep.
can ask your questions there.
Mhm.
The clue is you've got to ask your questions in group and you got to be willing to be vulnerable in group, but you
And
can
show up.
absolutely convert that to gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, you come in and you are with us for as long as you need us, and then you say, "Hey, coach, I got it," and we unsubscribe you. So yeah, it is an amazing, successful program, and we are reaping benefits from it right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah. And, in other situations, you may wonder, okay, well, why would we go to any other program that is like one-on-one with your coach, or,
Mhm.
weekly, because we still have the weekly meet with your coach. We do, I think. I'm pretty
We
sure
do.
we do. We're switching things around. So, um, but you may wonder, well, some people are just afraid of other people in general,
Uh-huh.
and they
Yeah.
like that one-on-one. So I prefer one-on-one because I get to know you
Oh, yeah.
and I get to help you in in a better way. I can still help you if we meet every once in a while, but I just feel like we can do more.
Yeah.
That's why I enjoy the programs that still meet weekly. But initially, like some people that I have, like they just don't, they don't have the time. They legit don't have the time to come to group, or it's just an
Mhm.
inconvenient time, so they get the one-on-one program.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
that really is important to notate. If you don't have Mondays free, then you don't have a choice. You've got to get the weekly one-on-one coaching. We
Yeah.
still have that. It's our premium program and it's the most successful program we have when we
Yeah.
can look somebody in the eye. I mean, there's a lot of times when I will get the feedback form from the client and they say everything's fine. I'm a 10. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And when I look them in the eyeballs during our Zoom meeting, I'm like, "No, you're not fine.
No, you're not.
Do you wanna tell me what really happened this week?" And then usually the tears come.
Yeah.
And so that's the benefit of looking at a coach one-on-one. And the fact that you've got to come report to the coach on why you weren't tracking your macros and why you had a binge this week. When you have to do that and you have to come and you have a program already paid for and you've got that coaching session set up ready to go and you show up, your life changes because
Mhm.
you can actually be real with yourself and you can say, "Yeah, coach, I actually did have a bad week." So, yeah, if you are one and we have these it's strange to me why people wouldn't show up to group because the group is absolutely amazing. I
It
get
is.
more life from these women and two men in the group. I get more life and I'm like I hung up from group last and I'm like, wow, I can breathe. And I'm the coach, you know? I should be able to no, they poured their cups into my empty cup and so why somebody would not come to group, I don't understand. I literally don't understand that mentality. But if you're one of those people, you're not going to be successful unless you get the premium and you see a coach eyeball to eyeball once a week. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just I'm not going to lie to you and take your money when it doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
I would rather and here's the other thing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I
You're the
don't
boss.
know. I gotta think this through. I gotta process it. I'm not medicated. I just ran my labs through Grok and they're like, "What the heck did you stop taking all your medications for?" And so I'm like I'm a little brain foggy, so I don't know if I should say this. Um, I don't think I should. I don't think I should. Come to group. Come to group. That's all I gotta say. Uh, so when people pay us and stop me mid-sentence if I'm not supposed to say this out loud, but the people
What?
who pay us 6 months in advance and then don't do the things that we say, it drains me as a coach. It really does. It drains me. When we lose the same 5 pounds over and over because we don't do what the coach is saying and we're not following, there are times that I need to release you as a client. I need to not take your money anymore because it's exhausting to me, right?
It's more so because you know that they're not ready yet.
They're not
They're not
ready.
they're not
They're
ready.
not ready.
And so
Exactly.
out of the goodness of your heart and seeing that perspective,
Yeah.
you don't want them to continue to waste their money when they're not
Right.
ready.
We need the capability to fire clients, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's the unpolitical correct term. And so going to a subscription-based client, I have the authority now. I can release clients that are not doing the things. That's freeing to me as a coach. And that's probably not something my bookkeeper likes, but I have to find joy in my coaching.
Mhm.
Because I take pride in it, because it works, because people are changing their lives and we are seeing lives like transformed and people walking out of obesity into
Yeah.
a brand new life. That fills my cup as a coach. What doesn't fill my cup is losing the same 5 pounds because you're
Yeah.
not willing to do it. And so I need the capability to release you into the world, into the diet world, of you come back to me when you're ready. And so that is also what it's allowing us to do as coaches is
Mhm.
we can release people that are not ready for our program and they
Yeah.
haven't been prepaid for that. So
Well, it's just like,
not a business
and
concept probably that you would follow if you are a fellow coach out there.
no, but it's just like, Stephanie over here had said, if you've gotta put some skin in the
Yeah.
game and come to group and
Yeah.
participate in the program, you've got to do it for yourself.
Yeah, you do.
I've actually I'm in a inductive Bible study, and I was talking about Psalms. We were talking about Psalms 91, I think,
Mhm.
last week. And we were just talking about how there's this protection that God has provided for us, but when we have to be willing to abide in his presence and
Mhm.
be in his presence, and we have to do the work in order to get that,
Mhm.
like,
Right.
free protection that he's provided for us. And there's a point to this. Um, and the fact is if you can be given so many things, you
Mhm.
can be handed, the answers to, cancer, and the answers to your metabolic health issues on a platter,
Mhm.
until you're willing to, like Steffi said, put the skin in the game
Yeah.
and actually take it and do something about it.
Yeah.
Until you're willing to do that,
Right.
you're just gonna still
You're gonna be floating
be
out there.
you're gonna be floating out there. You're gonna
Point
be
case
unprotected.
case in point, I just gave away 40 spots in group. There were 40 people who enrolled in free group coaching. Guess how many of those 40 people showed up to group?
Yeah.
0. I am not even kidding. They were given a free program, 0 showed up.
Hmm.
I'm not giving free stuff away anymore. I
No.
would rather change the lives of 10 people than
Mhm.
offer 40 people free spots that don't show up.
Yeah.
It's just
And
it's baffling to
we
me.
get you may wonder, why are you even bringing this up?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous, but the biggest point is that we have people coming to us, "Well, why aren't you giving this information out for free? Why
Uh-huh.
aren't you coaching for free if you think that this is going to change people's lives?"
Because they don't show up.
Because they don't show up.
Nope.
They're not willing to put the skin in the game. They're
Mhm.
not willing to do the work.
Mhm.
Not everybody, but there are people out there that are at their their root bottom. Like,
Mhm.
they're at their bottom, and they are willing, and
Mhm.
they see it. Maybe not at first up front, but then as they are doing the things and trusting the process, they start to see, "Oh, I see what
I
my
see it
coaches mean.
working.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing that this is actually, making me feel great.
Yeah.
This I see that the toxins that I'm putting in my body every single day, how they're affecting my autoimmune disease."
Mhm.
All of those things happen when you put skin in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. And then when they do, I'm getting ready to when you fix a picture that I created in Canva, we're gonna release a picture today that's just amazing. Like I look at I think we've got 4 right now at the over 100-pound loss. Lives changed, like they got their life back.
Yeah,
Those things give me life.
yeah,
Those people and those beautiful people give me life. And that's what I wanna do. I wanna change lives. And, you know, are we gonna release a client who fails like a one time? No, we're not. Because we failed and
yeah,
we had to go through the process of being desperate enough to fix ourselves in order to release 130 pounds and 75 pounds. We went through a cycle of diet yo-yos, and when we were ready, and for me, it was because I couldn't fit in a roller coaster. Um, there's cycles for everybody, and so no, we don't release people who go off plan first, first and second times. We don't
no,
release
no,
people. We're talking about this client's been with us 6 months. It's time to let him go. It's time to give him wings and let him fly, right?
yeah,
And it's time to keep our joy. I need to keep my joy. When I'm coaching, I need to be able to use the tools that we have and change lives.
yeah,
And so it benefits both sides. It benefits everybody with this pricing change. So we are super excited
yeah,
about it. Super excited about it. And giving people the opportunity to jump in when they couldn't. I couldn't have afforded my program before.
right.
I couldn't. I don't have $1,300.
Mm,
I couldn't have done it. And so I would have had to, kind of blindly fly through life and try to fix my health. And I
mhm.
So now I could afford our prices now.
Right. I think, if somebody's listening right now and they're like, okay, well, what causes those people? There's, I mean, we touched it a minute, like
Mhm.
about how they're just not willing to do the things,
Mhm.
or they're not willing to give up the elephant ear
Mhm.
and doing the work. That's a big one. Another
Huge.
part is that, the second one is that they're not trusting us. They're not trusting
Mhm.
the coach because maybe they've been through other programs where, yeah, the coach didn't know what they were talking about. Like,
Right.
so we have to earn that trust
Right.
as coaches. This third one that I'm thinking of is that they're listening to way too many people.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the biggest thing.
Too many
Um,
cooks in the kitchen.
too many cooks in the kitchen that the loudest one is the one that's misguiding them. The
Mhm.
one that's saying, "You only live once." Like what, again, Stephanie said a lot of things down here, about, like, how everything's in moderation, if
Mhm.
you eat this in moderation. Now everybody has that same mindset. Like,
Yeah.
we there's actual things called food addiction that
Mhm.
we work with that often,
Mhm.
ourselves, and so when somebody is just pushing him back big
Mhm.
time, and when we are seeing that they are not willing,
Yeah.
then we understand that is as coaches, we give so many chances, and that's what Coach Monica is saying. And now we can say, hey, listen, this is not for you yet.
Mhm.
And we're not saying this is not for you, period. We're saying this is not for you yet until you
Mhm.
get the other cooks out of the kitchen,
Right.
until you are willing to put the work into it, not just for 3 weeks at a time, but for a long period of time,
Mhm.
in order for you to start to develop these habits. That's what Coach Monica is saying about, how when we are able to get or release the client. Sorry, my brain is hiccuping a
Yeah.
lot today.
It's not your internet.
It's not my internet, it's my brain. Because
Oh,
I woke up this morning, went to the golf course for the boys, and I sweated a bunch, and I have
yeah.
not had any of my electrolytes or anything like that. So,
Oh, and I went to the gym today. So I was gone
oh,
after my neck injury. It was I've been a hot mess lately and slept on the couch for a week because our air conditioning was out, ended up with a pinched nerve. What's really weird? It was the worst pain that I've ever experienced in my life, my pinched nerve, and it was so weird because it was right here in my neck, but it radiated inside my head, out the top of my head, right here. It was the weirdest pain I've ever experienced in my life. I don't
yeah.
ever wanna do it again. But I've been gone from the gym for 2 months, and I went back today, so I'm kinda spotty as well. But yeah, you got a choice, guys. You have
Yeah.
a choice. Do you want your health or do you not? When you're ready to get your health back, you're gonna say, "Okay, I'm ready to do what it takes. Let's go all in. I'm willing to give up those elephant ears. I'm willing to do what it takes to get better and to heal my body." So that was our topic of the day. Let us know if you want us to address any other topics. Because we'll talk about anything. As you see, we'll talk about anything.
Mhm.
Um, but we are here I have to go around my camera now to see the comments section because I am trying to figure out my background situation and my video situation. It's been a nightmare, but a little
So
better today. A little better
you didn't touch
today.
the clock by since last night?
No, I don't have
It
a
is
working clock.
still
No,
8,
that is 100% decoration.
almost 8 o'clock.
Oh, all right, guys. If you need our if you need help, our website is kmhealthcoaching.org. You just go find your coach. You sign up for a session first, a free health session first, so that you're in the right program. So we can talk you through and walk you through what your choices are, especially with the new pricing that we have available. Sometimes it gets a little bit confusing. So sign up for a free health session with a coach first, kmhealthcoaching.org. And we would be happy to plug you in, get you all set up and ready to go, get your new life back. So, all right, we'll see you next Tuesday at 11 a.m. I got to find my exit music here around my camera. We'll see everybody Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Bye.
Hey, it's Coach Monica here. Guess what? If you're fed up with feeling stuck in your battle with weight or food, I've got something just for you. Check out our free Facebook groups. Over at Food Addiction and Recovery, I'm over there waiting for you. We're going to walk this journey together. It's about getting real, sharing our stories, and lifting each other up. We're in this together every step of the way. And if you're curious about changing your life with keto, the Weight Loss Project is where you want to be. Coach Darcy is amazing. And together, we're not just talking about losing weight. We're talking about finding a happier, healthier you. So, what do you say? Are you ready to join us? The links are in the show notes below, and I'm telling you, this is more than an invite. It is the start of something great. We cannot wait to see